that they could stop.
Oh, the Rice, you can see, look at Lucid's face. He's like...
You know, I think I prefer the Viego. I feel like the Poppy has a lot of strength, but I feel like the Viego gives you so much momentum in fights, and it's really going to come down to the...
You know, I'm actually like, I'm kind of disappointed that I spent the time, you know, eating my lunch. As what? That's a solo kill! Closer just gonna buffer that one nicely.
The other thing is, there's like a sweet spot where the reset potential is really high.
Oh, that is a lot of damage going down onto Kellen. Flame Chomp is holding him in place there as well, and now he's much squishier. That is going to be another kill, as indeed. That was the kind of reasoning that I had for it as well. I'm really glad that it was right. As Dplus Kia are going to at least utilize the man advantage on Lucid, just going to keep himself in the fog of war for the minute.
Yeah, and aiming is...
Do we have a minute? Can we just pop back and just do a little bit more? As
No,
Hook is going to connect. There's the knock-up. Flash does come out from Raptor as aiming looking to try and get some certification. Raptor goes in and aiming blows him up. That actually figured it out.
We can't judge whether this is a good buy until we get through this.
We'll get the information. Is it going to be the Chemtech Soul? Is it going to be a Cloud? We haven't had one of those either. As there it is, the lockdown, and there's the Chemtech. As in goes Closer, looks for an opportunity. Execute gets a Magnet Storm, and it's onto exactly the one they wanted. Impale comes down as well. Emperor's Divide hits 3. Showmaker navigates his way out just barely. Disaster for Dplus Kia.
Yeah,
Well, Hook is going to come on through here as Raptor comes from around the corner, but I don't think he's saving the horse pants lady. As Kellen is going to be out.
Yeah, I feel like it was...
That's why they always say more dots. As Clear is going to ram Kellen into the wall. The turret going to be helping out there as well, as Lucid's going to make his way down. Teleport to come in as well, as see whether Execute and Clear can survive. As Lucid gets underneath the turret, Hook is going to connect there, and the Skarner is going to fall down. 2-1-0 for the Zeri is certainly good news, but everywhere else, these lanes are getting pummeled.
Yeah, this is actually a big advantage for BNK FearX here. Getting both these out of towers and trade 100% win.
Yeah, Henna will be able to take this turret. Yeah, that's going to go down. Cease and Desist can now come on through with Showmaker. I think he just knows that he's dead. He puts up the Sun Disc and says, thrown down more global gold. Going over to BNK. Not even necessary. River claim their first dragon.
You really want to read. They just long shot.
Oh man, I'm trying.
But again, it feels like Dplus keep making these plays, trying to punish isolated members, and then it's the same thing. They play to one lane with all their members.
Okay, gonna throw out the hook, but the Vault Breaker is going to come on through. Shattering Strike for a double stun is decent, as Kingen gets himself out. Able to utilize that extra tenacity as Raptor going to create that distance nicely, but has to use the flash to do so. And Kingen now finds himself in amongst it alone. And Henna going to get excited after picking up that kill. Clear throw top. Lucid in the area. Does have ulti, does have flash. Almost has smite. Closer wanting to get him out of here is all right. Execute diving on in, wanting to get rid of this Viego. Aiming, throws down the ulti. Could it be his time? They've already taken out the jungle. Emperor's Divide pushes the Skarner into the wall. Look at these health bars. It is a Zeri smorgasbord, but he's slowed down. Has to flash on forward, and he'll be able to take him. Tried to do in their last series as well as Henna. He went back to base. Yeah, this should just be the Baron going down. Clear is just really dead, so he's going to be the icing on the cake. Super Mega Death Rocket! No, not happening. Aiming just going to tank that one up. As, yeah, BNK FearX fans, massive lead. They're going to have another Chemtech Dragon, which is cool, because their eye sound like a bad idea, as it does wear off. Not a massive Rebel Baron power play, but also, you know, not a negative one. So
hey, at least they got something from it.
Exactly. Well, so that's another cooldown that is now down. Closer trying to take the Nautilus for a walk, but he will not do so. Kingen into the back line, gonna get smashed into the wall, but he's pretty tanky, and it's a fight on multiple fronts. We'll see whether the pincer is going to work, as Kingen bearing the brunt of it. He is going to get executed by the Super Mega Death Rocket, and Depth Charge not followed up on at all. There is the Shattering Strike into the crash down, as Showmaker in so much trouble, but he gets the Emperor's Divide down, and now it's Aiming's turn to try and pop off. Oh my god! This Zeri able to grab that double kill. It's not a wipe. It's not completely over, but that was not great for BNK.
It looks like the Showmaker strategy worked because they went for him instead of aiming. Who's the most fed person? The Azir gets focused down. The Xante gets focused down. And look at the damage doing.
And his positioning was absolutely immaculate for what he wanted to get done. As we're back in live, that's a Baron going down. Dplus Kia going to get their second.
Yeah, but
this is not quite that.
Aiming just missed a cannon, so I think maybe it's going to go in with
I guess we'll pack it up. And we'll finish this one off with some Nautilus lore. That's going to be aiming with 25 down every single game.
There's some people who are watching who won't know that Home Guard used to be a boot enchant you bought.
Well, that is going to be a long-range hook. They do manage.
You don't want to go into that fight without the Rabadons.
Well, he's just going to pop this turret.
I think Henna might have been waiting to it. Henna's killing red, but that's not aiming.
That is not aiming. Raptor is in the pit. That's not aiming. As the Drake is going to be secured by Raptor. That's not aiming. Oh, the three-man impale, but not on aiming. He finds the ulti, though. Aiming now gets behind the wall. And Closer looks for that backline. That's aiming. Is he actually going to be able to kill him, though? That's the question. Is now Execute dashing forward. Oh, aiming is going to die. But not before he takes down more of them. A triple kill for the Jinx and Henna. Getting online, Lucid now dashing around, finding the angles, and there it is! Takes down...
Kingan does not do any damage to these turrets.
If Lucid could have stayed as Jinx for like the whole time, they would have been...
I spelled it out, but yeah, do that.
You didn't spell it.
Well, I explained it.
If you could spell it, that'd be good. Just to block him down and kill him. And then just be a Jinx is now Closer going to pick up a depth charge. Kellen looking for the hook angle. He will be able to get it. And pop goes the LeBlanc. That is kill number one for aiming as now they're barreling down looking for the rest of BNK FearX. They may have to settle for a Baron because a 4 versus 5 is not what they're looking for. And without Closer, they lose so much of their damage. Everything is on Henna for trying to protect this game. Dashing out of the way. Just being as tricky as possible. Lucid did have his mist. He's going to lose out on that for the moment. There is the crash into the wall, the impale onto 2, but where's the follow-up? Where are the answers here as Execute gets the Magnus on it. Aiming is going to be executed quite literally, but now Showmaker doing so much DPS. They take down Closer, and Henna, it is your time. He's at full health, and Lucid gets the dragon, and Kingan will find Henna. Dplus Kia, they didn't even need aiming. And they will ace BNK FearX, and they will win game 1.
Showmaker has had such a quiet game, but he pops off in the final fight. Aiming goes down, but his team are there.
Look at that Showmaker face in the player cam. My God, we really need to see the player cams and the voice comms at the end of this one. Because Dplus Kia, against all odds, are able to turn it. The just kill aiming was a success.
And it wasn't enough.
And it was not enough. They'll take down the Nexus there to shock Teemo face.
Zeus bring that one out, I believe into Dplus.
Yeah, I think this was game 2, right? And it was not very close at all. Kingan also was, in the past, one of our players that really... The flash out from Kellen just yet. Aiming still just trying to punish as now the dive comes in. That's going the wrong way, but he still takes a turret shot as Showmaker looks for the threaded volley. He finds the big rock, one more auto, and he'll return the faith. So let's see whether they can carry it here in game number 2. Lucid in position. There are a whole bunch of kitty cats. BNK possibly able to start this one off with 3. Well, Lucid moving in.
Nearly there, by the way. He's a lot closer.
Yep, Weaver's Wall coming on through there. That is going to be the seismic shove. Raptor going to have to try and twist and advance his way away, and he will be able to do so. But Kellen is going to find the headbutt, and now aiming gets in here in the nick of time. Kellen survives somehow. And on the other side of the fight, it's Showmaker getting his second. Oh dear. This is the opposite start of game number 1, and BNK finding themselves in a big deficit.
Yeah, super good read from aiming. I'm hoping this one is in the Chemtech.
Yeah, you are paying extra attention.
I am making a basis off. I'd be like, wow, winning early is really bad. So maybe BNK FearX are going for that angle. And if so, they're being challenged
severely. All right, there's going to be the ulti. As Raptor trying to get out of there. He does manage to lock down one of the grubs here as aiming, looking to try and get away, and Execute not going to be able to do that whatsoever. Showmaker now just going to try and lock him down. Does get the flash out from Raptor, but I guess they got what they came for. That is 4 grubbies are able to lock down 2 of them, all that Dplus can muster.
Yeah, it works.
Well, now we're looking for a fight around Herald. Extendo Beam not quite going to catch Clear as he makes his way in. They will be able to grab some Banana Brush control as now the Brambles come out, or the Kitty Cats, I should say. Headbutt Pulp comes in as the Weaver's Wall splits up the fight. Clear can't quite get out of there, but he does avoid the seismic shot. Finds a huge cube and now aiming. Throws down the ulti. Closer has locked up the Vi, though, and now the re-engage. Oh, the pulverize into the shove. Picture perfect from
Beautiful combo to set up.
And Closer was around the corner, but I think Closer was almost hit by accident as Execute gets headbutt pulverized.
But it's one of those things, you know, where it may not be intentional, but the +1, and when I go to the till, I'm just...
Oh, and he's like, go and get another one? You're like, okay. And speaking of getting another one, we have another team fight here as Lucid going to be able to take down one, throws out the ulti, and then dies pretty quickly. Kellen absorbing a lot here with his Unbreakable Will. And Dplus not going to be able to save this turret, I don't think. FearX come on down, never you mind, as in goes Kellen once again. Seismic shove this time is going to land, and it's aiming that's able to lock down that first kill. The Killer Instinct is finally here though for Henner as he's taken so many rocks to the dome. One too many there, says Showmaker, and he locks down.
Is coming back up again, there's something you can do.
Oh, we got more fighting. There's another headbutt pulverized, this time onto Raptor. He's going to be the first one to go down in this fight. Showmaker in pretty good position. Lucid just interrupting everything. Kingen diving on top, but the Kazante will not be stopped from... Never mind, Zeri's going to be able to do so. Henner now running away from Aiming, who is completely powered up. There's the double. Over the wall goes Execute, but you will not survive. It's the
triple. Which is...
Oh, back in live, Henner is not live.
I hate to be that guy, but I can't, you know, we did
Rocks
say...
on cooldown, a possible opportunity here for Execute to actually press a button. As Extendo Beams are flying in, there's the Weavers Wall. They're looking to close in onto Closer, no pun intended. I apologize for that one. And he's going to get jumped on by the Meganar. Now Henner is running for the hills, and Dplus are just trying to catch him one after the other. Extendo Beam comes down. The ulti from Aiming is there. Execute is just in no man's land. I guess it's his side of the map.
But yeah. Raptor to have it.
Yeah, he did. He did. That's a consolation blue buff. And that is
a win streak.
Oh, yeah.
Game win streak. And they kept playing like the same champs, and Aiming was on Kai'Sa. It's feeling like that was Zeri at the moment.
It is feeling a little bit like that. Let's see whether BNK can overcome it as Closer has a great flank angle, but Showmaker buying some time here with the Zhonya's. He is able to flash his way out, seismic shove to protect him. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight, Aiming is in a little bit of trouble, throws down the ulti, is now Henner trying to answer, but it does not work. Execute almost going to get killed by Kellen after Showmaker does so much heroism. And Raptor is hoping they forget that he's here. And they won't.
You're there.
Unfortunately, there is vision, and the sweeper doesn't last long enough. Execute's also dead. Kingen throws a drill at him, which is something you shouldn't do in real life, but you can in League of Legends. It's absolutely fine as Aiming, chasing down the tree, and Raptor just wants to sleep. He's in his pajamas, Aiming. He's going to dab and head into the brush. They throw down the control ward, an expensive kill here, but it's going to be... I think we need to get the space to make a graph of, like, the worst...
Poppy's W is quite short.
True. Well, we're going to trade some positions here as Henner, the Killer Instinct, we were asking for it, some more proactive...
Yeah, like, at least Poppy's W, like, you know, it is a brief the time it's up for, but Showmaker just slams your Unraveled Earth up and it's just there.
Yeah. Kellen, Unbreakable Will. Gonna be able to get him out of there, is clear. Travels over some rocks, but he's pretty tanky. He's not too worried about it. This turret going to fall down, and there's another headbutt pole. Kellen, you maestro of the engage. Never mind, it may not necessarily work out as Aiming. Never mind, he's at full health. Clear, going to get taken down. The burst fire is now coming in as Aiming skates over the little rock. They'll take down this inhibitor. Some sacrifice had to be made, and it was in the form of Kellen, but I'm not going to fault him for anything he has done this game. Looked super, super good on the Alistair, and that is redemption. I'm sure a lot of people remember another Alistair performance that may have happened at a certain World Championship.
Don't bring it up, please don't bring it up.
It was not all of his wares.
He must have got a discount on those.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is some 1+1 territory that we're in right now as far as completed items on Azaria are concerned. Great seismic shove once again from Showmaker is clear, getting thrown around like a ragdoll. He's able to eat some of the CC, but I think the important stuff did manage to land as Kingan's pushing Raptor away, and even the Gnar is an absolute monster. First Nexus turret to go down here.
Oh, the Maokai flank.
All right, there we go. Through the brambles goes aiming.
Zeri's there to tank it.
Yep. And back into the wilds goes the tree. May have actually got their wish, though. Bought them some time, some space.
Return to his people.
Yes. Into the fields. Okay, well, they might be able to get themselves towards a dragon. That's what's going to be spawning now, as Raptor is still relatively low. Kingan trying to get out of the way of Henna, who's going to get slowed down by the boomerang. There's some more knockups going to be connecting here onto Execute. Clear back to full health as the Weaver's Wall comes in. They're splitting up the fight once again. The Grand Entrance, so powerful, and another Pulverize just says absolutely not. Kingan is flashing on top of Henna as well. It's a quadra kill for aiming on the Zeri. I had a penny for the amount of times these Zeris have gotten multi-kills. I'd have lots of pennies this season. As Raptor, he might be the extended pentakill, and that's it. Aiming's gonna lock it down. I'm sorry for not screaming my lungs off, but it's been so many already this season.
And it's another for Zeri. It's always Zeri, but aiming, after a pretty monstrous performance on Zeri, will get the penta, and they will close out the series 2-0. Their first 2-0 of summer.
Yeah.
Pretty convincing one after